YouTube! New cards, and we have had the first reveal of the deck build packs. And these are probably the most important and best cards in the entire calendar year. So this is really exciting because what this means is, you know, Yugioh format? You know how much we enjoyed and loved Yugioh format? And there was like, you know, there was 3 decks, kind of like a triangle format of sorts of semi-relevant archetypes. It was fairly budget compared to where we're at now. If anyone's trying to play Roll-Out, then, you know, enjoy $1,500 decks. Time is a flat circle. But on the positive side, apparently these are okay. And we have an archetype that has Egyptian-themed catgirls, which is, I mean, what more could you possibly want out of your edgy 2000s millennial game other than hot catgirls? Sennet Prophet Nefertari. Level 4 light zombie. Zombie support, let's go. I mean, it's probably not support per se. It's very likely just going to be, you know, its own archetype that locks into itself, etc., etc. But, you know, I'm hoping that these do actually end up becoming like the new meta because, like I said, the deck build packs being meta is like usually good. So anyway, this has 0 attack, 1000 defense. You can only use this card's names first and second effect once per turn each. Normal or special, you can send it to the grave. Show up to 2 normal monsters from your hand, deck, face-up field, and or grave. Then set the same number of Sennet spells from deck. Show? Just look. So the way this card works is you normal summon it, and then you pick up your deck. No, it sends itself for cost, so you can't Imperb or Veiler it. So you normal summon this, you send it for cost, you look at your opponent, and then you... And then you show them 2 vanilla. Just look. Look! Now, what vanillas are we going to play? Did they make a vanilla like Melfi Rabbi for the archetype? They didn't! Oh, what a wasted opportunity. Okay, so this one sets 2 Sennet spells, which, I mean, I guess that's really good. You can't really interact with this. Actually, there's no hand trap that beats this. I guess, like, Gamma? Because you normal it, and it immediately sends itself to the grave for cost. So, I guess that's probably good. Quick effect during the opponent's turn. Banish this from your grave, and then equip a normal from grave to a ritual you control. I thought this was a Link monster when I was just quickly scrolling by. A ritual? A zombie Egyptian ritual deck? Dude, that's actually kind of cool. Will we see a certain reptile be incorporated into this strategy, however? Equip any normal from grave to a ritual you control. All right, okay. Sennet Prophet Amenhotep. 15 defense. These guys have no attack, by the way. You can only use this card's first and second name once per turn. The normal or special sent to the grave as a cost, and then show 2 normals from hand, deck, face-up field. Face-up field is amazing, right? Because how do you show a card that's on the field? Just awkwardly stare at your opponent and be like, look. That's my favorite play with Majesty Pegasus and Blue Eyes. Now, one thing I'm noticing is that if the entire mechanic of show doesn't include banishment, then that's annoying, right? Like, why would you not be able to... You could literally see a banish card easier than you can see a card in the main deck. Explain. You know, God forbid decks have infinite resource looks like Fiendsmith, am I right? Then set the name number of traps. So the spell setter, trap setter. Banish this, target up to 3 normals in your grave, and then shuffle them into the deck. So I'm guessing this deck probably has some like synergy with... tributing and ritual summoning the big guys with normal monsters. I'm gonna have a guess here. The ritual card is like a branded fusion ritual summon from the deck, or using materials from the deck, right? Usually we should read the small ones first, but maybe it doesn't matter. All right, let's have a look here. So this is a Senethnacht Sphinx, level 12 Dark Zombie Ritual. Ritual this with any Sennet. You can only use the first and third effect once per turn. Discard this card and add a Sennet from deck to hand, except itself. You know, this is like one of the biggest issues with ritual monsters is like they're really poor at advantage. And in recent years, like giving them actual card effects like Ohime, the Necros monsters were probably the biggest step up. And of course, notoriously, Habakiri. You know, so letting the rituals actually do something outside of like, you know, having to be summoned first, then like use their effect on the field, then that's really powerful. So it's just Rota for anything. This card equipped with an equip is unaffected by activated card effect. Oh, Jesus, what a horrible win condition. Like, dude, like shit like this is so miserable. We're kind of at the situation in TCG where there's like a deck like that, right? It's just Rolad. But I think that deck is kind of less frustrating to play. Well, it's maybe very frustrating to play against, but as the player, it's like you're kind of just sitting there waiting for your guy to be outed or not outed, and then you win or lose, like kind of binary like that. But that deck does a lot of other stuff alongside it than just like rely on one big guy. So hopefully this deck is capable of facilitating other win conditions that isn't just like summon big guy with a hot cat girl in the graveyard and like just look at your opponent while you for the rest of the duel just sit there looking at your graveyard like show, you know. So it's just unaffected, right? Just straight up just towers. Awesome. Quick effect, you can send a face up normal you control to the graveyard. Change as many monster opponent controls as possible to face down. Is that once per turn? It is once per turn. Change as many monster controls as possible face down. Then you can special on normal from graveyard. Which one equipped 3? Banish the target up to 3, shuffle them, and then this one equipped 1. Okay, alright. So assuming that, I'm going to assume the traps probably let you equip multiples of these, but the moment you actually use his effect to use it as disruption, it's going to make him immune, no longer unaffected. But obviously you can send the normal monster from anywhere on the field, right? Because I assume the equipped normal monsters still count. If you have normal monsters on the field, which you probably are going to summon with this deck at some point, I'm going to assume, you'll probably still be able to keep it immune. But yeah, kind of an annoying win condition. That doesn't sound very fun to play against. Sennet, Ajat, level 8 Dark Zombie Ritual. You ritual to any Sennet. You can use first and third once per turn. Discard this and send a Sennet from deck to the grave. Okay, so we have a Rota, we have a Foolish Burial. Equipped card can't be destroyed. Pretty big as well, 3225, even just for like the 8. Quick effect, send up to 3 face-up normals you control to the grave and target the same number of cards you put controls return to the hand or extra, then special normal from grave. Unbelievable removal, by the way, like crazy removal. Hopefully, in order for this deck to be like a little bit more consistent, you can consistently re-equip a large number of the normal monsters onto them so that you can send them, shuffle, or spin, or maintain the unaffected thing, and then, like, send them, and then re-equip, like, multiples of them at once, instead of just, like, one guy per turn, like, for example, with Nefertari. Then we've got Nechbet, level 6. Ritual this with any Sennet. First, third, once per turn. Discard, add a Sennet card from grave. Equipped with an equip can be destroyed by battle. Special face-up normal from your spell trap zone. If you do equip this as an equip, and it gives it 25. To it as an equip, a spell that gives it 25. Oh, it sort of swaps with the normal monster. Interesting. Field spell. Bere Sennet Imhel. You can only use the second effect once per turn. Once per turn, ritual summon a Sennet from your hand or grave by sending normals with different names, each other from hand, deck, and or face-up field to the grave is total levels equal or exceed. Then equip a normal. This is unreal, by the way. That is a crazy fucking ritual spell. Wow. Yeah, so that's exactly what I was talking about, right? Like, actual just, like, branded fusion ritual. The insane thing about this as well, field spell, well, okay, sure, ritual in the sense that it ritual summons. Unbelievable resource cheating here, right? You activate, like, the Sennet guy to discard, get a search, and then you ritual it out of the graveyard from the deck. Well, from the deck using the deck, from the graveyard using the deck. It's, like, completely, like, free. Zero fucking, what's it called? It's not even hard once per turn, by the way. Yeah, this is not a hard once per turn. Straight up just branded fusion, not once per turn ritual summon. Completely fucked. If you special a non-token normal, draw a card. They made that one once per turn. Assuming there's probably ways to summon normal monsters on the opponent's turn, you're, like, drawing 2 every turn as well, which is crazy. I assume this is the ritual spell. Sennet Bell Arc, normal spell. You can only use this first. Wait, they don't have a ritual spell. Huh. I guess they didn't want you to pre-prep or something. Add a Sennet monster from deck to hand. Just Rota. If you discard a Sennet while this is grave, you can banish this in special non-effect fusion from your extra deck with attack less than or equal to any of the discarded monsters as a normal monster card, but for the rest of this turn it cannot attack directly. You cannot, and also you activate non-zombie I thought I was stupid. This is just not written well. Also, you activate non-zombie monsters effects. All right. A non-effect fusion from the extra deck. Remember when B-Trooper was like a kind of a good deck at one point, and then Quaggar ended up becoming like crazy expensive, and it was just this like vanilla. Maybe some random vanilla is gonna be meta at some point. Like Empress Sand or some bullshit. Sennet. Normal trap. You can activate one card with this name per turn. Also, one thing, by the way, the lock on this, I assume is supposed to say you cannot activate non-zombie effects. Is, they don't want you to do, like, non-ritual Sennet stuff with it. They probably learned their lesson from Habakiri, especially when you make a card this completely broken. You can only activate one card with this card's name per turn. Ritual a Sennet ritual from hand or grave by sending normals with different names each from your hand, deck, and or face-up field whose total levels equal or exceed its level. Then equip a normal from grave. Can you ritual summon from grave using an equipped normal monster? Because it's still a normal... whose total level... from each other from your hand, deck, and or face-up field. Normal monster cards. Yeah, I think so, right? Okay, getting half and half here. It says normal monster card, so I think you can ritual with an equip card. Equip spells don't have levels? I don't think that matters. I don't know why so many people said no. It's because it specifies monster cards. Alright, we'll have to get clarification on this, but it seems very likely, because like that's the entire gimmick of the deck, right? It would be very weird if it didn't work that way. So assuming that's how it works, that's really powerful. Because you can, summon a big guy, ritual it with the field spell, equip, activate the trap, send one of the equips, ritual again. The problem is none of the rituals have, like, good effects on... I mean, you're probably going to make the big guy, and then she's also disrupted. Wait, was it this one? Yeah, this one is a bounce, and this is a Book of Moon. Did this guy do anything relevant? This guy didn't really do anything relevant, did he? It just special summons one of them. Makes it big. And then if a normal you control destroy a battle card, banish card from your grave instead. I mean, that's crazy good. Oh, it's only normal monsters? Huh. It doesn't protect your rituals. I mean, they're kind of protected anyway, but sure. Then we've got Sennet Cataract. Normal trap, you can hold the first effect once per turn. Choose an opponent's main monster zones equal to the number of normal monsters and Sennet rituals. Negate the first monster effect activated in each of those zones that resolve this turn. Ooh. Oh, main monster zone. Monster zones. They'd be really great. Negating zones is awesome. That's actually really funny. Question. Does this work against towers? Like a Liger Dancer? Can you negate a Liger Dancer with this? Really? Oh, that's actually so cool. Because you're not negating the monster, you're negating the zone, and it causes a monster to resolve negate it. I don't know, that's... Huh. Yeah, I mean, that's going to need like a ruling thing, but that's super interesting. If the attack of all normals you control is more than 3,000, you can banish this, target one monster your opponent controls, send it to the graveyard. I mean, wow, this deck has a lot of disruption just in engine. You have a non-targeting spin of like 2-3 cards. You have a Book of Moon. And now you also just have like Send. This deck doesn't even destroy anything. It just like removes. That's really good removal. Just by the out of the gate, this deck looks kind of good. Deck build packs usually have to be good like immediately. The support for this deck is probably what? It's usually like 1 or 2 extra cards, right? Like Malice, for example, I think the support card was March Hare. Raizo got Star, I think. So it's usually just like a nice little tool to make it a little bit better. I mean, March Hare was significantly more powerful than Star Raizo, probably. But at the same time, you know, at the core of it, the foundation is here, and I think it is pretty neat. It seems decent. My only issue is, like, you have to play normal monsters. And there's literally zero synergy with this deck and drawing normal monsters. Like, there's no benefit to it, right? Like, it still seems like all the normal monsters you want in the deck. To be, because you just ritual summon it for free. So, like, just having, like, normal monsters that you draw, just, there's no benefit to drawing the normals. Yeah, it's very likely there's going to be a Primite deck for sure, 100%. Like, this is absolutely just designed for Primite. Okay, well, I mean, I don't know. Let's get into some replays. All right. Is this deck good? I don't know. Here's some combos. All right. Remember, you can join discord.gg/Farfa. There's a content suggestion channel designed specifically for new card showcases if you guys want to showcase some of these new cards and decks. Of course, big shout outs to our main man, Slenderman. Read the last card. Oh, I just didn't read the last card. Sorry. Thunderfall. You can use the first, second, five once per turn. When your opponent activates a spell, travel, control, normal, negate, and destroy. The quick effect negate. They did the thing. If the attack of all normals you control is more than 3,000, banish this and then set one. I think this deck is good. This deck seems good, genuinely. It's not crazy, but I think this is a good deck. Again, the only issue is drawing normal monsters. It'd be interesting to see if there's anything you can do with just drawing normals. The hell is this? Oh, this is a pumpkin card. Ectoplasmic Fortification. All right, what does this card do? If you control no monsters, add a level 6 zombie or call the Forgotten. Did I turn the sound off? It's probably a little annoying. Dumps the pumpkin. Pumpkin adds itself back to the hand. Activate the pumpkin in the graveyard. Bring back set Call the Haunted from the deck. Revive the pumpkin. Pumpkin then summons Changshi. Changshi can then send a Sennet card. Send a zombie. All right, we're sending Neferati. Then we're going to go into Officiator of Doom Samuel. Samolo. Activate the effect of Samolo. Revive Neferati, who immediately sends itself to the grave for cost, and then activates the field spell. Sets 2. So you set the field spell and you set Bel Arc. Oh my god, this card is low-key crazy. You can't even hand trap her, really, as well, which is nuts. You activate Bel Arc, which adds Sphinx. Discard Sphinx. Sphinx adds the trap. Activate the field spell. I mean, just look at, like, just raw card advantage, how unbelievable this is, right? Like, a field spell, dump a guy from your deck, and then ritual summon from your graveyard after using the hand effect to discard to add. Like, it's actually incredible card economy. But again, like, I mean, what is this garbage, right? You have to play Sword Arm of Dragon and Blue Eyes, you know? Like, what are you going to do drawing this garbage? That's the problem. Maybe you play a deck that actually runs normal monsters, like Blue Eyes? And probably just Primite. All right, what are we doing here? We are linking into Cyber's Contract, where 2 monsters with the same type, but if it's linked, summoned or a monster special to a zone this points to, send a spell from your hand or face up field to the grave. Cost to add a ritual from deck. You can target a ritual fusion sync or exceed this points to, and then special monster from your grave with the same type, but a different card type. So same type, but different card type. So, you know, zombie into this. Gonna go for the Charmer. Activate a Jot in the hand here to dump and send Amenhotep. Activate the Quartet, brings back the Sphinx and the Woman. By the way, this is immune to Super Poly now. The secret effect of Charmer Quartet is that it makes it immune to cannot be used as material. So that's, you know, kind of relevant. Then we're going to set 2 traps from the deck here. Set again. Banish Amenhotep. Recycle 1 normal monster into the deck. And with a 1-card combo here, we've ended on the Sphinx. Which can be equipped here. Send all monsters from your hand deck fits. Ritual summon. Okay. So dump Blue Eyes. Ritual summon out a Jot from the graveyard. Immediately equip it with a Sword Arm. Activate Thunderfall. You know, negate and destroy something. Activate the Neferati in the graveyard. Quick effect, remember, to banish, to equip. So quick effect, banish, and equip onto the Sphinx here. Activate a Jot. So this is a non-targeting bounce of 3. Send up to 3. Then target that many cards you put in control. So this is probably 1 non-targeting bounce here. Then we can activate Cataract here, which revives that. And also, what was the other effect of Cataract? Negate a zone. Yeah, negate Liger Dancer if you really want. And then you can send the Blue Eyes and then activate the Sphinx. And then that is going to Book of Moon. Send a monster, change all monsters, then special summon. The fact that you bring them back is really silly. You could just use them for OTKs next turn. Like, you could just do that. And then Cataract is the Grave effect as well to banish and then send another card your opponent controls. There's also the Thunderfall here, which as resources, you can just set a Sennet spell trap from deck. So that's just your follow-up as well. And then there's also the draw card, right? If you special a non-token normal, draw a card. So after you negate something, you bring back the Blue Eyes or whatever vanilla you choose to play, you get to draw. So, I mean, like, this has all the foundations of a decent deck. This is not bad, right? This is actually kind of good. Again, the biggest problem is there are normal monsters, just absolute garnets that you need to play, and that is a big issue. But in terms of the win condition, the foundations here, it's good. Like, this is not bad. All right, next up, we've got Nefertari. I think the most important thing as well is, like, how is someone going to break this? Because these are all, like, really cool and work independently quite nicely. But it's definitely going to be combined with some other engine to make it pretty strong. But I'm not sure, though, because it's also weird in the sense that there is a hard lock on this deck. What was it? The Sphinx? Some of you are crazy doomers, by the way. Like, unless it hand rips, FTKs, takes off your opponent's pants, like, it's, this deck's ass. This board is literally nothing, by the way. Who said this? This board is literally nothing. My guy, that was like 6 disruptions off of 1 card. What do you mean? Anyway. Alright, so we're going to use Nefertari here. Set the spells. Activate the spell here. I'll activate this first. Add Sphinx. Discard Sphinx. Add a Nakhbat. Banish this to summon out. Yes! We didn't do that yet. Alright, so this is the spell card which summons a fusion from the extra deck. We're summoning out Skelgon. Hell yeah, dude. Skelgon. Activate Nakhbat. Recycle the Nefertari. We're going to ritual summon out the Sphinx, or the 6 from the graveyard by sending Blackluster Soldier. This is a deck designed for Jesse Cotton, right? Because he can just, like, play a bunch of these, like, another verse vanilla monsters. So you can just play YCS Ultra prize cards in this. Anyway, we're going to make the 6 here for the Pumpkin. The Pumpkins also are, I mean, they're good, but I don't know. Maybe they're not good because, like, Call the Haunted also just kind of like a bad card to draw. So it's a 1-card rank 6, which is really crazy. Revive the Dark Necromancer after you sent it to the grave with something. Okay, now we're just fucking around here. What are we doing? We're putting Vendreads in here? Like, no. This is not how we're going to play this deck. Ravenous Vendread, summon Scar of the Vendread. And then Ritual summon it out the Slayer from the graveyard. Scar is going to add Origin. Link Shokan into Slayer. Dark Necromancer sends to add Battlelord or Origin or something. Pumpkin bounce to Call the Haunted and the Ritual spell. Origin, Banish the Light, and Dark, summon Battlelord. Isn't this like a turn skip or something? Rest of this turn? No, never mind. How did we summon this? The Scar could just bring back a 6 here. Alright, I love what you're doing with the Vendreads. It's very funny, but, like, this is so bad. Like, this is not a real deck. Vendread Core? Dude, what are we doing here, son? Origin for Slayer. Necromancer Revive. Send. Get the traps. So, Evils are Lars. That's awesome. It's a Mayakash. Zombie Slop. We've managed to make Zombie Slop a thing. Alright. Okay. So, you know, everything that we've seen so far, plus Lars and the Undying Legion and the Mayakashi. Alright, what else we got here? San, you need to stop fucking around here, buddy. Dark Necromancer is a 1-card starter, apparently. Alright, so we're going to dump Slayer for Ravenous Vendread. You really want to play these Vendread cards, huh? More cards is better end board. I mean, where's the lie, right? If you just put more bricks and archetypes into your deck, it can't be bad. This witch card is really broken. Crazy that a deck hasn't like really fully utilized it yet, but it is a sick card. Necromancer, bring back the Nefertari, set the spells. This card right here is crazy. The Nefertari getting the Rota and the field spell. Really ludicrous. I mean, is this one worse? Like, I guess you have to play Origin, Battle Lord. I don't know. There's just like so many cards that are just bad to draw. Yeah, like this is not how I would play this deck. Like maybe the Pumpkins could be good, but Plant Logic, yeah. How far is this going? This guy is crazy. Officiator of Doom, Sam Wallow. It's just a freaking reborn generic rank 6. Like, it's crazy good. Lars is also crazy. Basically just Lagia. Got the Mayakashi here through different lines if you want to try and get that. Alright, dump, equip, and same sort of board there. Yep. This is from Zach.com from the Discord here. Just starting with the Nefertari. I don't think you're going to come up with anything that we haven't already seen so far, to be fair. Wedget. Oh, is this how we translated the name? Yo! You can just summon Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. That's awesome. There's our draw here. Send 2 for the Sphinx. And get the traps. Boom. I mean, this is like the very simple basic interaction. This is the 1-card combo here. So, I think there's a lot of potential. It's just, how are you going to actually make this work with a deck that isn't, you know, bricky and just silly with all of those, like, extra engine pieces. You know, there's just a lot of crap we've tried to make work here. What is this? Quick Summon? And Hublot, the Dark Director of Death. How many bricks so far? The pure versions didn't look that bad. It's just the normal monsters. There's a lot of bricks going on there. No instant fusion for Sandwich. Ooh, wait. All are Call the Haunted. That's pretty good. Okay, so people have kind of converged on the same sort of like lines here. Utilizing the 6 with the Pumpkins. And then getting all of the full setup of the Sennet is like really good by itself. Is that a Zeus? Bro! Yo, hold on. Summon Ultimate Dragon from the field spell effect. And then you can ritual summon the Sphinx, and that's 2 level 12s. Hard summon Zeus. Alright, I'm sold. I'm sold. This deck is really just a ritual spell away from not having to play these bad engines. Yep. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is your Sennet cards. Will it be good? Will it be powerful? Will it be broken? I don't know. Let's find out on next episode of Dragon Ball Z. Remember, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Anytime there's new decks, new archetypes, new showcases of combos, you're going to find the best ones or interesting ones on this channel. See you next time.